A very good day to you. This is a special video here. We are about to embark on a 5-day, 4-night backpacking trip in Glacier National Park with special guest Barry, my father. I am the son of his body. If you probably don't know that, very obscure reference, but the packs are feeling very heavy. Mine's around 40 pounds. I don't know, how much is yours, maybe?
20.
Okay, 20-ish pounds, but we have a very mild first day up to the lake, and as it goes with backpacking, the weight of your pack decreases every day. So that's a comforting thought as we slug up this initial hill. But
the other thing about the pack is that they won yesterday. They beat the Bears 38-20. That's really good.
They
news.
did.
So we got to keep that in mind when we're thinking about packs.
Yes, and unlike those, pathetic little Chicago bears, we are going into country that has real bears. So we have our bear spray and our wits about us. And yeah, any final words on that note?
Okay, adios.
Okay, we will be probably what we'll do is I'll be taking videos, and then maybe he's got the real camera, and so we'll intersperse that with real pictures and maybe give you an idea of what this place looks like, because it should be a very beautiful backpack. So with that, off we go.
Why don't you walk ahead, John?
So it's about early mid-September, so you can see the wonderful colors we're starting to get in some of the bushes here. And the weather is still very nice, not so cold, so these couple of weeks that, early to late September, definitely the time to come out and do this so far. Very impressive, very spectacular. So is right. So here's our campsite for the night. And man, not a bad little spot. It's only 3, not even 3 in the afternoon, and we're already getting in the shade here. This huge rock ridge, which you'll get a better view of when we go down to the lake. But yeah, home sweet home.
I think every muscle in my body is talking to me. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is day 1 coming to an end. You saw the dinner that we both got to enjoy there, and this is different so far than any backpacking that we've done, because there's a couple different campsites and there's this central area where you all eat dinner. So you actually get to sort of shoot the breeze with whoever else you happen to be camping with. And normally we've just been on other trips and other places, we've sort of been by ourselves. So that's a little different. But yeah, still very pretty evening. We're going to try and get up early for sunrise and just figure out what things look like on these cliffs, if how the sun is hitting them, and figure out where we want to be on the shore of this lake here. And hopefully you get some good pictures, eh?
Hope so.
Yeah. So with that, we will
Say goodnight.
say goodnight, turn in, and see you tomorrow. Morning, folks. We had a pretty nice sleep last night. It rained a little bit, but very calm overall. So here's the rather blown out. It's a little better. Dynamic range issues there with the sunrise coming up. We don't know if we're gonna get any like actual sun popping out there, but yeah, still very pretty. Dad is somewhere on this shore. I lost track of him because he just ran off with the camera and is shooting away. So hopefully he'll get something. But we were kind of hoping that the sun would strike these cliffs and kind of light them up. But I don't know if that's going to happen based on the angle and the clouds and anything. But anyways, you can tell what most of our thought has been consumed with. So yeah, but beautiful morning. So yeah, we just have to, I guess, maybe get pictures or not, and then eat some breakfast. And we have a longer day today. It's going to be like 8.5 miles and 2,000 feet of climbing with those big packs on our backs. So it's going to be a longer day, but it should be very cool because we get to go over 2 passes and get some spectacular views in every direction with peaks just stretching out. So very much looking forward to that, and those sort of views always make the effort worth it. These are pancakes with what else?
Strawberry, dehydrated strawberries, and then I'm going to put almond butter on them once they rehydrate.
Okay. And I, on the other hand, am much more boring and have 4 breakfasts of oatmeal. Okay, we are leaving No Name Lake. I don't even know if I ever said the name of the lake, but it has no name, so I didn't need to. But like I said, got a big day today. Sort of rained off and on this morning, but hasn't rained since, so hopefully we will stay dry and yet still have some clouds, which would be the best of both worlds. Have a hike that's dry and not too hot, so we shall see. Starting to get up high now towards the pass. Down there you can see No Name Lake. That's where we camped last night. And then lower to Medicine Lake is a really long lake that follows that valley out. Lake, which is his namesake, of course. That is where we were supposed to spend the first night, last night, but it was closed for bear activity apparently. So instead of having to come up this valley and camping there, and then coming up, going the opposite direction, the third day of our trip, now doing this on the second day. And then our other lake campsite over there, we're going to be coming back the same way tomorrow, all the way back on this shelf like trail. But also I don't mind it that much because, man, this is definitely something worth seeing a second time. No. No, it's over in that saddle there. Probably try to get an early start tomorrow. So this lake is where we're camping tonight. The campsite is back in there. And this is Morningstar Lake. And for the second night in a row, we get to camp beneath a great wall. A really huge rock wall that, you know, in terms of the photography stuff that we like to do is almost too big because it's just sheer straight up from here. But yeah, very cool. Definitely I think definitely a tougher day to get here, and then we have to go all the way back and then some more tomorrow. So yeah, 2 tough days in a row here, but yeah, I mean, you can't beat the beauty of a place like this. And I'm just here making some water over there. I'm in the way of it. But anyways, just making some water and yeah, setting up camp, and I don't know, probably make dinner soon and try to get an early bedtime to get up early tomorrow morning and start going. But yeah, very, very, very spectacular. Okay, so we're gonna turn in pretty shortly here and maybe get up tomorrow morning. And there were see some moose. There were some big moose tracks down by the lake where I showed you earlier. So there's a good chance, I feel like there's a good chance we'll see them in the morning. Hopefully not just sniffing into our tent, hopefully from a safe distance. And maybe we'll get a good sunrise and get some pictures of that. and then hopefully pack up and get out of here in relatively short order. Our trend is to take a long time packing up in the morning. We're pretty slow, but yeah, I think we'll have enough time. We'll be good. So with that, probably see you in the morning. 7. Okay, it's morning, and we have been hearing elk bugling almost constantly since we got up, so we are going to go cautiously down to the lake and check if we can see anything down there. But very nice morning. Didn't get too cold last night. No condensation on the tent like there was last night, the previous night. So yeah, hopefully we can see something. Bathroom is over there, but we have some guests walking through our campsite that, yeah, they take some precedence, I think. So there's some pretty serious moose action for you as we leave Morningstar Lake in just a minute or two here. But they have currently, there's 3 of them, and they have currently migrated into the trees right up the trail we have to take. So should be interesting having to navigate that. But yeah, doesn't get much better than, you know, full-grown bull moose just walking through your campsite and browsing and eating breakfast with them and everything. So yeah, but we camped with, there were 3 other campers at this campsite, and all 3 of them are just about to finish the Triple Crown of hiking, which is the Appalachian Trail in the eastern U.S., the PCT, the Pacific Crest Trail in the western U.S. Those are the 2 they've already finished. And here on the Continental Divide Trail, they are about 4 days away from finishing that and getting to the border of Canada in the north. So I think that's the first time that my dad and I have met Triple Crowner hikers like that. But so really a heck of an accomplishment if you think about it. The amount of time and energy and effort it takes to hike all 3 of those trails is quite impressive. But for now, the big guy is coming back with our water there, and we are going to figure out how to dodge some moose on our way out. So the bull moose have successfully been avoided. Next challenge is going to be tackling about 3,000 feet of elevation gain over 11-ish miles today. This is going to be our biggest day, but going to go basically the same way that we came from yesterday. So you might be seeing footage of some of the same places, but like we said, it's not a place you mind going through again, except for the amount of work it's going to take. Coming back south across this sort of ridge mountainside traverse, and the views are definitely not as good as yesterday, unfortunately, but we are still glad we got to see it yesterday, and it's still kind of cool, a bit dramatic with the clouds and such. But good news is we've done most of our elevation gain for the day. You can maybe see the trail going off, and we're gonna go all the way to that lower saddle there and then start dropping down. Okay, we made it to Awesome Pass, which is the high point today as it was yesterday, and we are, this wind has been pretty ridiculous, so we're gonna start heading down. What we're looking at is that saddle down there is gonna be our target, and then finally off of that we'll drop below the Continental Divide and then out of this ridiculous wind. But we almost lost our hats a couple of times, but I think we made it through the worst part, and almost all downhill from here. real unexpected pleasant surprise here has been these just beautiful fall colors. I mean, you got, you know, every shade that you'd get with any decent forest, you know, the reds, the crimsons, almost the wine colors, the yellows, the oranges, they're all there. So just very cool and unplanned, but very, very pleasant surprise. Long last, Upper Two Medicine Lake, which is our destination for tonight, and what a lake it is. What a lake it is. This is a really big lake, so you can hear the wind probably coming off the divide back there, and right towards us. Our campsite is back behind these willows here, but luckily we've got some trees, so it's pretty sheltered, so hopefully that won't be too much of a problem, and we can enjoy the wonderful view of this lake. I've camped in a lot of places, and this has got to be one of the coolest, so very happy to be here. We're gonna finish making camp and then have some very well-earned dinner. Something I haven't mentioned on this trip is each of these campsites we've been at has like a communal food preparation area. This site has a bear box, but the other sites that we've been at just have big poles where you sling your food bags over. So, yeah, I guess another aspect of it, you know, everybody sort of comes and cooks dinner at the same time, and kind of shoot the breeze and hope that the breeze from the lake doesn't blow your food pot over. So the plan for tonight is going to set up a time lapse right there with the tripod, and the camera is going to be pointed towards this peak right here, and the Milky Way should kind of move from this saddle there over towards the west over the course of the night. And these clouds have started to break up a little bit, if you can see that. So, you know, fingers crossed, get at least mostly clear night and maybe get a good time lapse of this lake with this peak and then the sky and everything. So yeah, you will probably see it right after this clip, and you'll figure out if it turned out well or if it was a mess. But yeah, it's at the very least you try and you see what you get. So once again, morning moose action has become a theme in this trip. Just wow, just wow. But now we are going to wait for some sunrise here, and I am in the way of the tripod, but there's the tripod. And hopefully it's gonna light up these peaks in a cool way. You can already see some light on it. Yeah, it's just starting up there, so my phone will never do it justice, but hopefully the real camera will. So we're about to head out from upper to Medicine Lake. Definitely a campsite that's hard to leave. Very, very cool. We're thinking that that astrophotography time lapse turned out pretty well, which you probably already saw in the course of this video. But yeah, very, very cool. We have about, oh gosh, half the mileage and elevation gain we did yesterday, so a relatively mild day ahead of us, and then one more night at one more lake. So gonna take a few more pictures and enjoy this beautiful spot for a couple more minutes and then hit the trail. So this is Cobalt Lake, which is where we are camping tonight for the last night. Got some very cool jagged peaks, ridges in the distance. Our campsite is in the trees over there. Once again, another stunning view. I think this will be this may be pretty good for both astrophotography and sunrise. So we're gonna see. But first, foremost, we need to get some water. Okay, we're almost settled in for the night. Had a nice warm dinner it was like some kind of Mexican. It's got like chicken, refried beans, and salsa, cheese, corn chips, that sort of thing. And I say that because in the pot, in the clip I showed, it looks like you just sent an octopus through a blender and threw that in your pot. So I just wanted to dispel that impression, because backpacking meals can look pretty disgusting when they're prepared in the pot like that. But it's one of the tastiest meals you can have, especially when you've been on the trail all day. But tonight, we have Cobalt Lake in front of us. You can see how still and glassy the surface is right now. But the plan is to do another one of these time-lapse kind of deals where, you know, we just set the camera to start at a certain point of night, and it takes 30 seconds exposures through as long as the battery lasts, basically. And that's what you saw earlier over at upper Two Medicine Lake, and that's what we're planning for tonight. Yeah, I mean, it looks totally clear, which is great for the stars, but there's also a good chance that there'll be a lot of condensation on the lens, so that might obstruct the later frames as the night progresses. But we'll see. This is our last shot at it in the backcountry, and so we're gonna take it. And this lake is just so pretty with the mountains and everything. So yeah, one more shot, and you will probably be seeing that in the very next thing. So our final sunrise in the Glacier might be our best one of all. Hard to beat the reflection, and then the peaks just lit up in this beautiful golden color. And I think that will come through much better on the photos than the videos I'm taking. The photos are from a real camera, so it's a big benefit. But we're going to make some breakfast, and then we're going to start heading up that direction. There's a trail that goes up about 1,100 more feet to this pass where you can see the other side over this ridge here, and the view is just supposed to be very sweeping with tons of peaks. And so soon enough we should be up there and we can show it to you for real. But for now, I'm gonna get some food in our bellies. to Medicine Pass. View speaks for itself, man. All the way down there is to Medicine Lake. That's where our car is parked. Okay, we are saying goodbye to Cobalt Lake, and we have a hike that is entirely downhill, so with any luck it won't take that long. But that was a really cool Middle Earth-esque experience up there at that pass. But now it's time to come down, and civilization awaits us. Whoa! It's like a bouncy house, huh?
I feel like I'm drunk.
And there you have it, Glacier National Park. 5-day, 4-night backpacking trip. To Medicine Area. I think that was the single most spectacular backpacking trip we've ever done in terms of overall. You know, you had all the fall colors, you had the mountains everywhere, you had the alpine lakes, You had the animals, the wildlife. You had and we had great weather for most of the time.
A little bit of rain.
Just a little bit of rain, but nothing bad. But you know, clear skies, a lot of it. Yeah. So
Worth the return.
Worth a return, and thanks y'all for sticking along. This is, I think, going to be a bit of a project.
Epic length.
an epic feature length project. So
to go with an epic trip.
Yeah. I think absolutely deserving of it, and we hope you get at least some of an idea of all the wonderful things we got to see along the way. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.